All right, randomizer night, Thursday evening. Super excited for our guest tonight. A man I've never done a show with, and it has been long overdue. It is, of course, Lawrence Jackson from NBC Sports Edge, the king of short form content. We are going to run him through the ringer tonight. Randomizer draft, 18 picks. All of the picks are dictated by prompts on the wheel that you guys have submitted on Twitter and in the Discord. Let's see what we got in store tonight.
Wow, underdog fantasy with the randomizer draft.
You piece of shit.
Wilson!
It's glowing hard.
I like big muscle, I cannot lie.
Bring one of your dogs.
Yards to the fucking house against Carolina in Week 10.
Do you remember that guy, Pat Kerrane, your former coworker at NBC Sports Edge, Lawrence?
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. He broke through right there when he brought out the guitar. Not only there on your show, but then he brought it out on Matthew Berry's Happy Fantasy Football Happy Hour too. So he classic with the guitar and Rojo combo there.
When he left, did anyone turn to you and were like, "Hey, Lawrence, you need to pick up the guitar because there's a huge acoustic guitar void in our NBC talent at this point"?
Yeah, man, I was like, you know what? I can't do that though, man. Like, give me some drums or something. Maybe maybe the saxophone might be a little bit easier for me to play, but I can't come behind that and try to emulate what he did with that particular instrument.
Yeah, I know. It's it's a tough act to follow. I mean, this guy called his shot. He's playing the acoustic guitar, then he wins the $2 million, and then he leaves all of us hanging in the dust. So it is what it is. But Lawrence, super excited to do a show with you. I don't know how we haven't done a show up to this point. I do have to ask, how familiar are you with the randomizer concept? I'm sure you saw some tags in your Twitter mentions. Do you know what you're getting yourself into tonight?
So yes and no, and I feel like that's what's gonna be the beauty of this today. I already saw, some of the comments going on there, so that I kind of like it this way too. You know what I'm saying? Because I just like to just roll with the punches and that. So let's see what we got here.
Yeah, I knew you would be the perfect guest for it because that is, if there was a tagline for the show, it is roll with the punches here. So basically how this works, if you guys are new, like Lawrence, we're going to do an underdog draft. It is a 12-person individual league. We're not hopping in a tournament. I did just share the link in the Discord. I'll share it in the chat here in a few, but I'm going to give the Discord first crack. But basically, you guys have submitted prompts for the wheel, some of you in Discord, some of you on Twitter. And before each one of our picks, I'm going to spin the wheel. And whatever that prompt dictates, sometimes it's a challenge. Sometimes Lawrence might have to tell a story, might have to do something. If he completes the mission, he gets to pick whoever he wants. If he fails, he might have to take a punishing pick. There's some Johnny Smith picks in there, Lawrence. I know how big you are on Kyle Pitts. You might be forced to take Johnny Smith tonight.
That will not be good for my team.
No. Are you in the best ball streets? Obviously, a lot of us sickos are drafting nonstop right now. Are you getting in the mix?
No, so I dabble with it, but I'm not like my buddies there, like the Denny's and the Pat Kerranes and Kyle Dvoraceks. I actually sat at a table with all three of these dudes once to have dinner, and these dudes was best ball drafting on their phones like together. I'm like, damn, man, y'all like really EA Sports in the game right here, man. I'm just trying to sip on my little wine. These dudes is like degenerate best ballers out here. So I ain't in the mix like that. You probably won't catch me winning the $2 million, but I dabble.
You know what? I like to hear that. I mean, it is kind of insane. But like, have you noticed as a content creator, because it does feel like because of best ball, people are more interested in news at this time of the year. Whereas I feel like pre-best ball, you could fire off some takes in April and everyone be like, dude, just chill out until like July.
Right. No, you right about that, because these best ball drafts, it's like you have them in those same months, April, June, July, hell, even before that, you know what I'm saying? So all those, takes, those TAEKSs, you know what I'm saying? All those matter at this point because best ball, and it's become more popular because you pick the team and you out. You just wipe your hands of it, and you just hope that, you come back with some type of money, some type of championship, whatever.
what is your personal like volume of play? Do you play in home leagues? Like where do you get your fantasy action down each year?
Yeah. So I'm in a mixture of everything. I got a couple of, quote unquote home leagues with dudes I grew up with. We had some leagues. I'm in a couple of industry leagues, a couple of creator leagues. So I dip my water, everywhere I can, because I like to be up on everybody in fantasy leagues just so I could talk that trash. You feel me?
What are your buddies from home, people you grew up with? What do they think about you now being on NBC doing fantasy content? Do they think it's cool? Do they bust your balls? What do they say?
Nah, they think it's dope, but they definitely bust my balls because that's what we do. That's what we just do on the. So sometimes they'll be like, oh, Mr. Bit Time, you ain't got time to answer. Like I might not answer the phone the first time, you know what I'm saying? Call them
Yeah.
back an hour later. Oh, Bit Time, you on TV now? You can't hit us back. I'm like, man,
That's what happens. That's what happens. We are off to the races in this draft. We have the 1-4 spot here, which means we're gonna have to pick here soon. So I think we got to head to the wheel, Lawrence, and spin and see what we're working with here right out of the gate.
yeah, let's get it.
All right, 18 rounds, buddy. Buckle up. We got some fun ones in store here tonight. Oh no, we're starting out with a bang. I saw this one earlier. Pete's a dirty bird. Lawrence must teach Pete the correct way to do the dirty bird. And if I fail, we have to take Justice Hill. So can you teach me? I feel like I kind of know how to do the dirty bird. Give me the instructions.
So it's like, hold on, I gotta get up a little bit. So you kind of gotta rock a little bit first.
All right, I'll stand up.
This is the right here. This is the original Jamal Anderson way, right? So first you kind of bouncing. There you go. And then you get the, you know what I'm saying? You get the left, and then you get the right, you get the left again, you get the right again, and then you start doing the bird flaps with the arms. So you get the first part here like that, right? You got it. And then you just flapping. You scored the touchdown. And you have just done. Pete has just done the dirty bird right there. You're now an Atlanta Falcon.
Hey, look, I might be with you on. I mean, no one's going to be a bigger Kyle Pitts fan than you, but I fucking love Kyle Pitts, man. So we're riding on Kyle Pitts tonight. We have completed the mission. We'll see what the chat says. The chat says I succeeded. You said I succeeded. We're on the clock at 104. Who is your pick here on the draft? Jefferson, Chase, and Kupp come off the board.
Jefferson, Kupp, and Chase, and this is full PPR.
Half PPR. So Tyreek Hill, CMC, Kelsey.
Yeah, so for me, it's going to be between Tyreek Hill and CMC. Let's go ahead and get the top back off the board. Even though I love Tyreek here, because it's half PPR, let's get the top back and roll with that.
We did. I will let you know, around these parts, people who watch this show, people who watch my streams, they're obsessed with wide receivers. So you got to be a little careful with that sometimes. Do you think Tyreek Hill should fall in drafts after this latest report, or do you think it's going to be all fine?
No. I don't like that part, that legal stuff. I don't be knowing nothing about that. But it's alleged. But when that video come out, that's when really things will get popping. Yeah. So they might say, you be like, no, he good, he won't get suspended. Then that video will come out, and depending on what that is, things could change. But I think we'll be all right.
So the Dirty Bird, what is your background? Did you grow up in Atlanta, anywhere else in Georgia? How did you become such a big Falcons fan?
Yeah, just growing up around the way. That's where I spent, my childhood and adolescence. Now I'm here as an adult in New Jersey, but I cut my teeth down there in Georgia, man. So the whole Michael Vick era. That's when a lot of people my age was really getting into it. We wasn't winning no playoff games a lot, but Michael Vick made it worth it back then.
That's right. And how are you feeling about the Falcons heading into this year? Because it's a team where in fantasy circles, everyone likes Drake London. Everyone likes Kyle Pitts. Everyone likes Bijan Robinson. No one wants to draft Desmond Ridder. No one wants to think this offense is going to throw. What's the lowdown here?
Yeah, so that's the same question I have for people, and you get a weak division, probably the weakest from last year. They get to play the AFC South, which was the second weakest division. So I've already said on the Roto World Football Show, I said, hey, at some point you will start Desmond Ritter in your fantasy lineup for whatever reason, and I'm talking about in one quarterback leagues. He
Yeah.
should at least be on your roster starting out if you like those other players. It was the same deal last year with the Dolphins. Like, we all like Waddle and Tua. Well, what about the dude throwing on the damn ball?
I like that take too. I've been starting to take Ritter at the end of drafts. He's completely free in a lot of these best ball drafts. But we do have another prompt here. Thick thighs save lives. Lawrence must tell a story about his time as an EMT without breaking HIPAA laws, of course. And let us know maybe a feat of strength you saw that saved the day. And if you complete this, you can take whoever you want. What's the craziest EMT story you got for us?
That we had this lady in labor. The water broke.
Yeah.
So at first it was just like a regular, you what's the thing called where you get induced, right? The plan was just to have a nice little ride to the hospital, but then the water broke. So then the lady got all nervous. You know how to, oh my god, what? So like I wasn't the dude driving, but I was the dude in the back. I'm like shook. So I was like, oh shit, like what do we do? So, I would say that time, but everything was all good. She got there in time. We threw the sirens on. We got some extra some real EMTs with us because I was part of the transport people. You
Oh,
feel me?
okay.
But I was in the back with the lady. I was just like, and I'm a chill dude. I'm usually laid back. So I'm just trying to be, hey man, just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, it all worked out. But I'm not mad that I'm not doing that anymore.
Did you successfully calm her down?
I would like to think so. Like not it wasn't like she just said, all right, I'm good. But we had some conversations
Hang
because
on, real
again,
quick. I don't want you to time out. You're on the clock here. Your boy, and I don't want to make assumptions. Bijan Robinson at the top here. Jonathan Taylor, Chubb, Barkley Smith. If you want a wide receiver, who you like?
who's can we click the wide receivers here?
Yeah,
B,
Devonta
B,
Smith. We're gonna get Bijan if you don't say anything quick.
yeah, I'll take Bijan. I didn't. Yeah.
I'm sorry. He was the top of the queue. I thought you were a dirty bird. I thought you liked the Falcons. Are you out on Bijan at pick 21?
No, I just wanted to see what type of receivers we was working there first.
Yeah.
But clearly this draft, these people taking this receiver thing crazy if we was left with Devontae Smith. So we really got to get to the receivers on the next pick.
We do. All right. Top 10 Cook. You recently took a stand stating that Dalvin Cook is still a top 10 RB. In a wrestling style heel promo, defend yourself and give us your favorite landing spot. If you can convince me, take your boy Dalvin. If not, take Dwayne McBride. I'm gonna take you big screen here. Talk to me about Dalvin Cook. Why should I be hyped?
First off, all of you losers who ain't never touched no pig skin, you ain't never played no ball, you ain't never played no running back, you don't know about Dalvin Cook's true skill right now. All you think that his little 1,100 rushing yard season ain't nothing? Well, I tell you, it's something. And guess what? If you put up on them Chiefs, yeah, you'll be mad, but he'll be balling. You would hate to see it, but he be balling. Put Dalvin Cook on them Chiefs, put that man on them Dolphins with that zone gap run scheme, and he will succeed. He will be back to top 5 in fantasy if he could get to either one of those teams. Take that to the bank, baby. Lord, don't lose.
Oh my goodness. All right. I feel incredibly bullied into taking Dalvin Cook right now. I mean, you have sold me on this. Where is your preferred destination for him? Is it the Chiefs?
Yeah, I that would be, you know what I'm saying? That'd be nice. I feel like the Dolphins thing, we're all talking about that. Dalvin Cook has even talked about that. Wouldn't it be something, for him to end up on the best offense with the best quarterback and getting out Isaiah Pacheco? He did well as a rookie, but he ain't no damn Dalvin Cook. You feel me? So get him in there. And it's like, you might as well just chalk up the Chiefs to be back in the big game again.
Yeah, I mean, I will give you that. Dalvin Cook, huge upgrade over Pacheco. The prompt said you get to take Dalvin Cook. If you want to take someone else, you can, but I do have Dalvin Cook in the queue. It feels
Yeah,
appropriate.
you know what? Let's check our receivers real quick and let's go DK Metcalf.
I'm going too slow.
Hey,
We're going too slow.
Look, that's our flex guy right there. So I really gotta hope he end up on the Dolphins now. Like,
see, it was a cruel prompt because normally how it works is you succeed the mission, you get to pick whoever you want. This one, maybe if it was later in the draft, like 7th round, then you're feeling good. This kind of forced you into taking him a little bit earlier than you had to. So I apologize for that. That didn't seem super fair to you.
No, I do like him around later, and I feel like now it's kind of you'll get him cheaper now than if he were to actually land on the Dolphins or a surprise team like the Chiefs.
What are your thoughts on some of these other free agent running backs? Because Leonard Fournette, still no team. Zeke, still no team. Any of those guys interest you?
Leonard Fournette, I believe he could still play. Zeke may not be the year 2 Ezekiel Elliott, but both of these guys are going to be good enough to mess up the fantasy value of whichever team they go to, and that's exactly what they're going to do. And we just all waiting on pins and needles to see who it is.
Yeah, I know that's a really good point. It's not about their fantasy value; it's whose fantasy value are they going to destroy. Okay, our next prompt here. I'm making sure we get this in time. So we've been doing this one on this season, the randomizer. This is a recurring prompt. Great day to be late. I'm going to put Falcons legend Todd Gurley in the queue. You're going to tell me who you want to take, but you can't tell me who that is until there's 1 second left on the clock. If I can click that player in time, we will get them. If not, we are going to be stuck. Maybe you see it as a reward with Todd Gurley. So this is how it's going to work. I'm putting Todd Gurley in the queue. We're going to be up here in the 4th round in a second. You can tell me a few things. You can tell me to scroll down. You can tell me to look, but we're going to wait until it ticks down and you're going to quickly say it. And I'm going to try as fast as I can to draft that player in time.
All right. So let's go receiver. Can I say that?
That's fair. I think that's fair. The fact that you were forced into taking Dalvin Cook in the 3rd, I think we can go receiver here. And you can't tell me anything else. You can tell me to scroll down if you want.
Yeah. Actually, just scroll all the way to the top right there.
All right, we're at the top. Okay.
All right.
We got Gary's on the clock. We're about to be here, and so remember. All right. So 25 seconds. We just have to chill. We just got to.
I'm looking at. I'm getting a little closer to my screen to make sure I see that little bitty ass clock right there. Let's see.
Yep.
All right.
I think I'm 1-1 on this prompt. I failed once and I got it with a big
assist. Well, listen. Me and you.
4, 3, 2.
Amari Cooper.
Let's fucking go.
You got it? Yes, sir. Let's get it, baby. Woo!
Let's go.
Damn, boy. I was a little nervous. We was gonna be hurting, dog. We were gonna be hurting, man.
No, I wasn't gonna let you down on that one. I was not gonna let you down.
Listen, if I got 3 running backs to start off, I ain't mad to have Amari Cooper right there.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, this is it. You just dropped a hit single about Kyle Pitts, the Kyle Pitts flex. Can you sing your Kyle Pitts flex song? Or we're going to have to take the next available Falcons tight end, not named Kyle Pitts. Can you give us a few bars from this song?
Yeah, for sure. Let's see if I even remember it. All right, Kyle Pitts, can you do something for me? Can you score a couple touchdowns for me? Kyle Pitts, can you do something for me? Tell Arthur Smith lay off the ground game homemade. And Kyle Pitts, can you do something for me? Dirty Bird end zone dance for them. Kyle Pitts. Do your thing, Kyle Pitts. Do your thing. Yeah. Do your thing, Kyle Pitts. Let's go. We got him. We got him.
By the way, you got to check out Lawrence's Twitter feed. Watch the full hit single there. A cameo from our guy, Matthew Berry. We're on the clock here. You get to pick whoever you want. Which position you want me to look at?
So we go back receiver.
Yeah.
We'll go back receiver here. Let's go Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin. Let's do it, baby.
Yeah, 5th round pick.
Look, the prompt forced you into taking Dalvin Cook. Otherwise, you've been smashing this. CMC, Bijan, Dalvin Cook, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin. This feels fun to me.
Yeah, this team, would succeed. It'll be interesting when we get back on that 6th-round turn.
Oh no, our guy John, who's in the chat tonight, he just took Kyle Pitts at pick 55. He was too hyped up from the single to not take Kyle Pitts there. I like real talk on Kyle Pitts because I'm in on him. I think he's one of the most mispriced players on the board. People are wildly overreacting to last year. Tell the people why they need to start clicking this man in drafts.
Yeah, well, the good thing about it is the quarterback who is missing him on them passes ain't there no more. That's Marcus Mariota. There's actually a highlight out there of Marcus Mariota missing Kyle Pitts on would-be touchdowns. Left like 5 touchdowns on the board, right? He's never got to play with Desmond Ridder. Coach Arthur Smith said, hey, he was dealing with more things than the injury last year. He's gonna have a big year. So I'm gonna take that to the bank, man. Arthur Smith was the coach for Ryan Tannehill's 2 most successful years as a quarterback. Arthur Smith was calling the play. So I like Desmond Ridder, to be a good little point guard with all those pass catchers, and it's gonna start with Kyle Pitts for me.
What did you think of? I assume you heard the rumors that there was some like, hey, reunite Arthur Smith with Ryan Tannehill in Atlanta. Are you on the Ridder train, or would you not mind seeing Tanny there?
Nah, I saw Ridder, man. You know what I'm saying? When there was that little bit of talk about Lamar, then I'm like, hell yeah, let's get that's whole different. But if you gonna talk about Tannehill and talk about getting him, you might as well just roll with the younger guy who's a similar player.
That's right. All right, we got our pick coming up here. This prompt is called Lord Don't Lose. It does say you don't lose in your Twitter headline. You need to sweep me in a best of 3 paper, rock, scissors, and you get to take whoever you want. So you just got to get 2 straight wins on me, or you have to take Felipe Franks, the 3rd string tight end on the Atlanta Falcons. You ready to go? Rock, paper, scissors with me?
Let's get it.
All right, so just let's make sure because people do it different. You go rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Let's go rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, you call it.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
What do you got? Both scissors?
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's keep going.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Uh-oh. You didn't sweep me.
You didn't
sweep me.
All right. You know what? Shout out to Felipe Franks. That's actually, my cousin actually has him as a client. So,
really?
Shout out to my cousin Will Felix, NFL agent, who works with Felipe Franks. So we'll take Felipe Franks. Come on, man. We got Kyle Pitts. We got the tight end stack right there in Atlanta with the
I need to hear more about this. Wait, it's your buddy who's his agent?
No, actually, my literal blood family cousin is Felipe Franks' agent. Yes. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that your family is incentivized for Felipe Franks to be better than your favorite player, Kyle Pitts?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. But see, Felipe Franks, him and Kyle Pitts both went to Florida. You know what I'm saying? So they both cool with each other. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's a fun fact right there. My cousin is the agent of Felipe Franks.
So what Lawrence and your family want? You guys want 2 tight end sets with Kyle Pitts
all day. Matter of fact, give us the 13 personnel because we know Jonu gonna have to be in there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be real, he gonna be in there. So
yeah, there you go. 3 tight end sets. Frank,
they do that anyway.
Yeah, there you go. I love it. Do you have a piece of paper by you? This is a little Pictionary here. Speaking of Johnny Smith, you are going to draw the player you want to draft, and I get 2 guesses at it. Otherwise, we have to take Johnny Smith. You got a paper by you?
Let me see. I got a pen right here.
Yeah.
And here we go. I'm gonna do it on the back of an envelope.
Let me show you the board here real quick, just so you know who you could start to draw. Tell me what position you want me to go to.
So let's click receiver real quick, and then click quarterback.
Yep.
Who you got at quarterback?
Let me scroll. Let me just quarterback. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. And let's go back to receiver.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So draw one picture
Yeah, you get to draw whichever one of these players you want me to take. But just be aware that if you take like Michael Pittman, he's probably going to get drafted before we pick. So that's
Yeah,
just a little pro
we're
tip.
let's see, we got like 4 picks. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is interesting here.
Do you got a guy you can draw here?
Well, I mean, am I allowed to put the jersey number on there?
I think so because I don't know jersey numbers for shit. I mean,
All
that's
right, all right. Oh, this is here. All right. So let me.
Let's do it.
Damn, I can't draw.
Dude, either can I. I did this with Ian Harditz, man. He drew me probably the worst helicopter I've ever seen in my life, but it happens.
I'm drawing them now. Just keep me posted on the clock.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. We got if you are I assume if you're in this draft, you're watching. If you don't mind using the whole clock here, both Lawrence and I would greatly appreciate it. We still got 2 more picks until we're up. You're good. You're good. We got about another minute until we're on the clock.
All right. So I got damn, I don't even know how they jerseys look.
Maybe so. I'm going to give you like, is there something with like, say if you were doing a Broncos player, maybe you did some mountains, help me out with that.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna put him holding his helmet.
Okay, I like this. Yeah, you can draw the mascot. I mean, that's fair game. We got 30 seconds until we're on the clock. You got some time. I can't wait. I can't wait to see this. Okay, I'm so terrified if I'm going to be able to get this.
This looks like a 2-year-old drew it.
No, let's see the reveal.
All right, here we go.
Oh my God. Okay. Holy cow. Is that Tyler Lockett?
Look at the helmet.
Oh, wait. What? Oh,
try to look at the helmet.
What is that? Is that a Raider or a Buccaneer?
Ah! All right. Now look at the Q.
The Q. Okay. I'm going back to the Q. A Raider or a Buccaneer? Was it supposed to be Mike Evans who he's gone? It's Mike Evans and he's gone.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to you. I'm giving you the top available wide receiver.
That's matter of fact, give me Tyler Lockett.
Sorry, Michael Pittman. You got Michael Pittman. Oh, all right,
he good. He good for 1,000.
You know what? It threw it. What is Tyler Lockett? Is Lockett 16? The 13.
He's 16. Yeah. He's 16. Tyler Lockett.
You know
16.
what? I want to give you props because I was able to. It's my fault I don't know the numbers. You did a really good job there with the Buccaneer Raider. I knew it was a pirate of some.
Yeah, sort. I tried to draw like a skull in there.
Yeah.
And I tried to draw
so small. You're like zoomed in.
I tried to draw his beard too. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't like we could make it. Like I couldn't distinguish whether he a light-skinned dude or dark-skinned. You just have to know what it is.
Let me see the photo again. I want to see it now that I know who it is because I do think this was actually really good. Dude, I should have gotten the beard. This was phenomenal.
He do got them big ass 1990 linebacker shoulder pads though. Yeah, somebody said I missed the tattoos. I was thinking about that, but then I was like, what's gonna make him notice quicker, tattoos or a skull on the helmet?
Incredible job. I'm an awful artist in basically every sense of the word, and that was actually legitimately good. Let's recap the team. So what happened there is I did give you Michael Pittman because I feel like you completed the mission, but then you got sniped. And Michael Pittman had slid well past ADP. So your team so far, you got CMC, Bijan, and Dalvin Cook at running back. You got Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, and Michael Pittman at wide receiver. And you got family friend Felipe Franks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I love it. I love it.
All right. So we are through 7 rounds here. Is this the weirdest fantasy draft you've ever done, Lawrence?
Yeah, definitely. Because I took a tight end way too early to not have an elite one.
I know. The fact that you sang a Kyle Pitts song and didn't get to draft him, it's a tough scene for sure. Okay. I'm excited for this prompt. New agent. You need to call your agent, Denny Carter, and tell him that he has been replaced as your agent. Explain why he's being replaced. Do you have Denny Carter in your phone?
Yeah, let's see if I can get him right here.
I think you're going to get Denny. East Coast. He put the kids down for bed. He's probably watching, some Halloween movie.
So wait, what is it? What is it again?
So I heard word on the street. You guys were at the Super Bowl telling everyone that he was your agent and you played in the NFL.
Yeah. All right.
So you're going to call him up and say, hey, Denny, I appreciate all the work you've done for me, but I'm moving on. I found a different agent who's helping me get signed with an NFL team. So I got to let you go.
All right, let's do it.
Let's get this speakerphone here.
He probably like, why the hell is Lawrence calling me right now?
He'll put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, Denny, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Not good. Well, not for you at least, you know what I'm saying? I know during the Super Bowl, you was representing me, you was my agent. I'm just calling to let you know that your ass is fired. I actually found somebody who could get me signed to a team. You know what I'm saying? We cool, but I had to let you go. How do you feel about that, Denny?
I had just got you a kicker tryout for the Giants.
See, that's what I mean, Denny. You know I don't play kicker no more.
Come on. I thought you wanted a kicker gig. Lawrence, that's what you told me.
Look. How about this? How about this, Denny? Maybe you could help me out one last time here. We're in the what, Pete? We're in the 7th round.
We are, and we're on the clock here. 3 seconds left. Trevor Lawrence, Cam Akers, or Kadarius Toney?
Who should I pick out of those?
I didn't hear.
Cam Akers? All right, thanks. He said Cam Akers.
Yeah, that's right.
We got Trevor Lawrence.
We got Trevor Lawrence instead.
Oh, no.
Sorry. Damn it, Denny. Hey, Denny, have a good night, man. You're good. You're good people.
It was a pleasure working for you.
Thank you.
Oh, Denny always delivers. I apologize. I was too enraptured by that conversation that I completely missed. We were on the clock. I had to hear Denny get fired. That was too funny. All right. We have no time to lollygag though, because this is what happens, Lawrence, when you pick on the turn here. We got to spin this wheel fast. Rest in peace to Denny, who continues to be owned every day by various people. All right. College trivia. How many touchdowns did Kyle Pitts have at Florida? If correct, draft Kyle Pitts, who's gone. If incorrect, draft Jonnu Smith. Do you know how many touchdowns?
So I know in his final season, he had 12 touchdowns and 770 yards.
Yeah.
So if you're asking me the total number, I don't know that off the top. I know that he had 12 in his final college season.
And do you want to take a ballpark guess then, knowing that he had 12 in the final season? How many total?
So that was his junior year. He might have had 20.
Dude, that's really close. It was 18 total touchdowns. I mean, I'll let the chat decide here if they want to give you a little leeway.
Come on, people. Come on.
Sometimes they're nice. Sometimes they're ruthless. This is pretty brutal that your tight end room could be all of the non-Kyle Pitts tight ends.
Absolutely. Because we're talking about 20 receptions for the season here.
Hang on. Wait. You are such a likable figure that the chat has decided to
count it.
Pick whoever you want.
Count it.
Hang on. Someone did. I thought John was joking in the chat when he said this, and then I noticed it. There's someone in this chat called Mrs. Jackson, and they want to know if that's associated with you.
No, that's the Mrs. Jackson that they was talking about from the famous Outkast song. That's who they talk. That's her. She got into fantasy football.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mrs. Jackson, for thinking you were somebody else. All right, the chat's letting you pick whoever you want. What position?
So let's go back to quarterback. I got Trevor Lawrence, so I'm gonna double up right here and take Anthony Richardson. That's who I want. because
Talk to me about Anthony Richardson. You're a Florida guy, right? You like these?
Yeah. But I'm not a Kyle Trask guy, so there's a difference. We speak objectively, and you know how they have diehard fans. I'm not dying hard for any of these teams or players because they don't run me my checks. So about Anthony Richardson, man. I love the situation that he's in, getting Shane Steichen as a play caller there, straight from Philly, where he made Jalen Hurts a god, or helped make him a god. He helped Miles Sanders, have his best year. So that's why I expect Jonathan Taylor to bounce back. And Jonathan Taylor is going to be a big reason why Anthony Richardson could be successful, and vice versa. You get that Colts line back healthy, right? You get some defensive players back, including Shaquille Leonard, the best one. That'll help the team as a whole. I like Anthony Richardson as a top 5 to 6 quarterback as a rookie in fantasy football this season. People are sleeping on it. People are saying like, oh, he could be good. I'm saying, damn it, he gonna be good.
All right. You know what? My co-host on one of my shows, Chris Spags, is always pounding the table for Anthony Richardson. I took a share of him today. I like these prices. At pick 100, Anthony Richardson, sign me up for that. Who's your favorite stacking partner? Because you did stack him up with Pittman in this draft.
Yeah.
Do you like Alec Pierce? Do you like Jelani Woods? How do you like to play it?
Well, so I actually have Jonathan Taylor as my second running back after CMC this season. I expect a big bounce back for him. I actually would like to stack him with Jonathan Taylor, right? Because people would like to say, oh, well, Jonathan Taylor won't have the touchdown upside with Anthony Richardson, and vice versa. So have both of them, because when you get in that short goal line area, it's gonna be one of them. So stack them with the bat.
And I never have followed that logic, because it was like people said that about Jalen Hurts, and then Miles Sanders had an incredible year last year with Jalen Hurts. Like, the offense is good, and Jonathan Taylor is a way better running back than Miles Sanders. So if Anthony Richardson is good, Jonathan Taylor is going to have an awesome year.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, hey, if you're not getting Jonathan Taylor rushing touchdowns, you're getting Anthony Richardson passing touchdowns. Let's see what we got.
I do like those in best ball. The quarterback, running back correlations, I think, are underutilized. All right. Ride or die. I want you to imagine that you're on the sideline of Sunday Night Football, big peacock there, and you're going to give us your 2023 ride or die, a la Matthew Berry's Jalen Hurts call last year. He was on the sideline. He told Fantasy Nation, Jalen Hurts, ride or die, crushed it. If you can't succeed with this mission, you have to take Gardner Minshew, but I have a feeling you're going to succeed here. So we're going down to Lawrence Jackson on the field, our fantasy correspondent here at the Hall of Fame game. Lawrence, we're excited to hear who your ride or die is for fantasy in 2023.
Yes, thank you, Pete. In Sunday Night Football, make sure y'all watching this so you put me on that full time. I'm going to go with my ride or die right here. It's going to be Lamar Jackson. I got him finishing his quarterback one. I got him finishing having a career year. He's ready to go. He's ready to go out and throw for 4,000 with those new weapons in that new offensive scheme. So he's ready to go out and throw 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. He's also ready to go out there and give you another 1,010 touchdowns on the ground. So Lamar Jackson will definitely be my ride or die in fantasy. He's going to be my MVP pick, and that's how we ride in this year.
I love it. I wish Lamar Jackson was still on the board so we could take him. He, in fact, went far earlier than that at pick 44, but you did successfully sell me on Lamar Jackson. Really like Lamar this year as well, but you do get to pick whoever you want. What position do you want to check out right now?
Well, so we're really gonna have to shore up that tight end position right now, actually. So let's check. Oh yeah, listen. Let's go with David Njoku.
I love
David Njoku. I'll take that bet right there, man.
David Njoku, grown ass man. Are you in on a big Browns bounce back this year?
Yeah, and that's why I had no problem starting off with Amari Cooper. I have no problem here getting David Njoku, especially when we had the blunder. No disrespect to Felipe at the tight end position, but that was a blunder for fantasy. We need a guy who's actually going to be playing, in the game. So, we'll rock with Njoku to help that spot.
All right, we're gonna have to phone another friend. we're going to have to phone our friend Matthew Berry, who once on this show, Lawrence, took Logan Thomas at 101 on the randomizer. Do you have Matthew in your phone?
Yeah. Now this dude ain't picking up.
I'll take the fall for this. If Matthew gives you shit, I will cover for your ass here. But we want you to ask him which late round tight end you should take with your next pick.
Let's see.
Let's see if
what we in round 9, right?
Yeah, we're round. It's gonna be round 11. Yeah.
Okay. And we got Kincaid on the board.
Yep. And ask him about taking Logan Thomas 101 on this show. Don't big time us, Matthew. What do you got better to do right now? Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice.
Matthew Berry. I should leave him a voicemail.
Come on, Matthew. Where are you? Oh my goodness! Look at that. I mean, how did this guy get too big time for us? Is it the million followers? Is it being on the sideline of Sunday Night Football?
This guy finally gets on TV with me, and now he don't know how to act now. And now he is superstar now.
Oh my goodness! You know what? How about this? Lou said plus 200 he answers. How about plus 350 he calls you back at some point tonight?
I could see that. Or he'll be like, I gotta. He shot me a text.
All right,
he texted me.
What did he say?
He thinks it's an emergency.
Right, text him back. Say you're on the randomizer and you need a late round tight end selection.
Let's see. I'm on the randomizer and late round tight end pick, or else we taking who? Logan Thomas. I don't want to take him. Shit. Gotta take Logan Thomas. He was like, I'm at dinner. Is everything okay? So hey, look, shout out to Matthew Berry, right? Yeah. For hitting me on the text immediately. I do the same thing. Even if I could be right here, I don't want to pick up, I'll shoot that text real quick. Like, hey man, I'm doing something I'm definitely not doing right now. Is everything? Are you good though? Are you good?
Yeah.
So shout out to Matthew Berry for shooting the immediate.
Let's see if he gives us. We need a name here in the next 30 seconds for Matthew.
No, I think he's gonna be flustered here because it took me 2 minutes to send him the text back. It took me. So he probably done put his phone back down. He probably went back to eating those chicken wings with no sauce. I noticed that about Matthew Berry. He don't like no sauce on his chicken wings. He eat them bitches dry as hell, man. He be killing them shits too.
Is this breaking news? Matthew eats his chicken wings without sauce?
That man eat that chicken dry, man.
Where did you share chicken wings?
This is when we ate a couple times during Super Bowl week. So sometime we was at the restaurant, and the other time we was like at the Radio Row. We eating. That man eating them dry ass chicken wings. I'm like, damn boy, you never be eating with me in the South. You can need some. So you need some flavor on them, bitches. Wet them up. Wet up them wings.
Do you got any other fun Matthew Berry stories? He's made some cameos in some of your videos. What do you got for us?
No, that was the best one I got right now, because that was just like off the top of the dome right there, because it just like popped in my head because he's eating dinner. I done got this man thinking I'm in trouble or something.
No, it's good. Yeah, we got DK commenting about the tight end room. So this tight end room, probably the most eclectic tight end room I've ever seen. Felipe Franks, family friend of Lawrence Jackson, David Njoku, grown-ass man, and Logan Thomas, a former 101 pick on the show. How do you feel about this room here?
Well, I think either Ron Rivera or some Commander's staff member was like, Logan Thomas gonna have a good year. Like, I don't believe that, but whatever. That's my tight end too right now, and I have to embrace that.
Where are you at on, because a controversial quarterback room in the fantasy streets right now is the Commanders. Do you have a team? Are you team Sam Howell or are you team Jacoby Brissett?
I'm team both of them, but I think obviously Sam Howell gonna get the nod. He's gonna get the nod, and I don't have no problem with that. I think people sleeping on Sam Howell. I think that team will be more competitive than people think with Sam Howell. People forget that it ain't like there was this gap between them and the Giants. The Commanders was 8-1, and the Giants had one win over them, and that was the team they tied them with. So I'm definitely a believer in Sam Howell.
I like it. Yeah. I've taken way too much Sam Howell. I'm getting close to like 20% in my draft. So I'm on board the Sam Howell train. Hopefully Matthew approves of our Commander's love here. All right. Okay. This one is going to require me to DM you something. So I wrote it. There's a PSA. So this has to do about Pat Kerrane. It's called the $2 Million Man. You're going to look into the camera and read the following public service announcements in honor of your former coworker, Pat Kerrane, winning Best Ball Mania 3. So I'm gonna paste this in here to the. Do you see the private chat in StreamYard here?
Let's see.
Tell me if you see this chat.
Yeah.
Here. So
I
like when the Sarah McLachlan, sad sentimental music plays here. This is the PSA that I want you to read to the people right now. You got this?
So just read this.
You can read this, but I just want you to set the tone. You know what? I'm going to give you a little music too here.
Yeah. Here's the music. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. Did you win a massive best ball contest to become an overnight millionaire? Hell no. Are you contemplating leaving your day job? Consider the good people, your coworkers that you are leaving behind before you do. Every year we lose more and more of our friends and family to the retired best ball millionaire life. That sucks. If you're contemplating a similar decision, please reach out before making any rash decisions. Good night.
You killed it. I mean, it's an epidemic right now. You got these Pat Kerranes here that are leaving you guys high and dry. He's thrusting acoustic guitars upon you. You got to pick up all of his slack.
Yeah. If I was to win that 2 milli, man, I had, NBC. Hey, man. Hey.
How quick are you calling up Matthew and say you're alone on your dry ass wings? I'm out.
Yeah. I'll put some sauce on them, bitch.
You are on the clock. You crushed that PSA here. What position do you want to look at?
So let's get back in here on. Oh, let's take Alvin Kamara.
Okay. Talk to me about Kamara. I mean, this is at pick 141. This is 41 picks past his average draft position right here.
Yeah. So, and that's, I seen him at the top. This is basically, I don't even know if it's called taking a shot. The last I heard, he's still the top running back in New Orleans. All of that other stuff pending. So we'll ride with him.
All right, here we go. Oh, tweet time. I don't know how liberal you're willing to be with your Twitter feed. This one says Lawrence has to tweet. The new pass-heavy offense under Todd Monken is bad for Lamar. He's a running back. Or you draft Trace McSorley. What do you care about more? Your personal brand on Twitter? Fire
up Trace McSorley, goddammit. Listen, man. Ain't no damn way. Ain't no way. But you know what, though? People will probably think I got hacked because I don't even this talk right here. This is like fantasy football talk. Like I don't talk like it. And plus, Lamar Jackson follow me, so I'm not tweeting that shit. Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. So there's no way you're tweeting that, right?
Ain't no damn way I'll tweet that. We'll take his old backup, Trace McSorley.
How does Lamar follow a ton of people, or is this like a special follow?
He follow less than 500 people probably.
Okay, that's a special ass follow.
So if he want to get his fantasy football, like if he play it and don't nobody know, he probably like, hey, let me see what Lord Don't Lose doing, so I get my team right. But he know what's up on my side. Real recognize real. We ain't ever had no conversation or nothing, but we follow each other definitely.
I was any of the people at NBC, like when he was holding out, is your guy Pat Doherty like, Lawrence, we're gonna need you to slide into those DMs and do some investigative journalism?
Yeah, no, nobody said that because I don't think that many people don't know. I might have mentioned it here or there, but I'm not the type to screenshot because he been following me for like a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? I
With
never
it,
did. I never did the screenshot and post the picture that Lamar was following me. But if it comes up in convo, like now, this is a good time to bring it up. That like, no, I'm not saying he a running back.
can you imagine if you came on this stupid show and tweeted that out, and then you noticed Lamar Jackson unfollowed you? I would not want that blood on my hands.
You'd have to pay me $2 million of Pat Kerrane's dollars if he.
What is the story of him following you? Did you tag him on a tweet, a video? How did that happen?
I think so. It was either one of these two things because he liked both of these posts. One of them, I was talking about how whatever AB do don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? He liked that. Or it was another one. I was talking about him. I mean, I talk about him it was a lot of videos I took.
Yeah.
So he probably he's like, hey, this dude, he messed with me. So let me follow this dude. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Does he ever randomly fave any of your other tweets?
Yeah, it'd be like, so if it's because when certain people like your stuff, it becomes more prominent on the timeline.
Yeah.
So if it's any of those talking about him, it's probably one of them, or it could be something like something profound that I said. You know what I'm saying? He
I
liked
like
them.
you put yourself in air quotes there too.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not that profound, but
right. It's just it'd be simple stuff, because I'm definitely not the type of Twitter dude that be like, hey guys, if you just keep at it, God's gonna bless you. Like, I ain't doing all that. I say
What's your biggest pet peeve on fantasy Twitter? Because there's plenty to choose from. I don't want to get you in trouble here, but what chapter ass on fantasy Twitter?
Oh no, I don't care about it. Man, it'd be let's say my guy, yeah. Where Christian McCaffrey's all of our guy. What you mean?
My guys, and it's just the best players.
Yeah, like he's all of our guys. You think you found some gold in here, sir?
I like that. Yeah, my guys, the top 10 guys in ADP. All right, Falcon history. Lawrence must name the last 6 quarterbacks who have started for the Atlanta Falcons, or you have to draft Logan Woodside. Can you do a little history here?
All right, this is a good little challenge. So we'll go Desmond Ridder.
Yep.
Marcus Mariota.
Yep.
Matt Ryan.
Yep.
Damn it. Who was that dude before him?
The last 3 get hard. Like, for me, they get hard.
Matt Ryan missed the game a couple of years. Matt Schaub.
Yes. You got 2 more left.
Matt Schaub. Son of a gun. He missed the game way back in like 2009. And I want to say it was Chris Redman and Michael Vick.
Oh my God. So Chris Redman was correct. So there was
Chris Redman.
Yes.
It's either Joey Harrington or Byron Leftwich.
You just settle on one.
They were back and forth that year though. Give me Harrington, Joey Harrington.
Let's go. You got it.
Look, you can clearly see I want to forget that year because I just skipped them and went back to Michael Vick.
I love it. That was a nice poll. You are on the clock here. What position do you want to look at?
So what did we get last?
We hit Kamara.
Oh, so let's go receiver. Let's go receiver here.
Adam Thielen, Van Jefferson, Alec Pierce stacked up with Anthony Richardson.
Yeah. Let me get Alec Pierce there.
Let's do it. I like that. So now you got the double stack: Anthony Richardson, Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce. That's nice.
Nice little Philly in there.
My Lou Dog's giving you extra credit for getting.
Hey, I'll go back to Chris Chandler too.
There you go. Man, Joey Harrington, Oregon Duck, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Top 3 pick.
All right. More Atlanta love coming here. More Atlanta trivia. Atlanta homer. Name 3 Atlanta-based professional teams other than the Braves and the Falcons. If you fail, draft Olamide Zacchaeus. Do you know other Atlanta Falcons teams here? Or sorry,
Well,
Atlanta
yeah.
teams?
Well, yeah, of course. So name 3 other teams. So you got the
3 other.
Hawks,
Yep.
Atlanta United FC. That's a soccer
Yep.
team.
Major League Soccer.
One
more.
Does it matter if they still play the Atlanta Thrashers?
I'm not seeing the Thrashers here. I'll give you a hint. A WNBA team.
Oh, Atlanta Dream. Atlanta Dream.
Yeah, that was the other low-hanging fruit. There's an ECHL team and a G League team as well that are on my cheat sheet list here.
I don't know them two. So I Dream, Hawks, and who else did I say? Oh, Atlanta United FC.
Yes. All right. I'm giving it. I willingly gave you the hint here. Have you been to all of those games? Have you been to a
No,
MLS game?
I've not been to an MLS game, but you could say I have because they play in the same stadium as the Falcons. So yeah, that's about as close as I got to that. I have yet to go to an Atlanta Dream game, and I've only ever been to one Braves game when I was like 10 because I don't like baseball, to be honest. But I always wear Braves hats because, well, you know.
I mean, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 38.
Okay.
38.
I'm 36. So we grew up in a similar era of baseball. I
mean, for sure.
Mid-90s Braves
that's the last team that I like know for real. With like Fred McGriff, David Justice, Tom Glavine, John Smoltz. Like, I know that team. But again, that's why I'm like, the last time I've been to a Braves game was during that era when they was stacked up. Even though they recently won the World Series, I hopped on the bandwagon for a couple of weeks. Then they were back to football.
Yeah, I agree that the Braves hat logo is absolutely incredible. All right, you get this pick here. You're on the clock. You got a 3-4-4-3 build. You are very balanced across all positions. Yeah. What would you like to take a look at?
So let's look at quarterback again, actually.
Yep.
If there was one guy there, he's not. So let's pivot back to tight end.
Yep.
And let's see if we can get some value here. Give me Cole Kmet, career high 7 touchdowns last season. I think he'll be a vital part in Justin Fields improving again. I was thinking about Juwan Johnson, but I'll go Cole Kmet.
Are you trying to get a job at 4 for 4? Because you're about to, if you get one more quarterback, you're 4 QBs, 4 running backs, 4 wide receivers, 4 tight ends. I mean, this is looking nice here.
Yeah, well, in that case, I will go with the 4th quarterback. Then that's what we're gonna do.
You got to get the symmetry with the picks there. Do you like going to NFL games? Or are you like, hey, just get me at home with my red zone? Let me watch some fantasy. I don't need to be there.
Yeah, not so much no more. I don't too much care about it. In fact, the last NFL game I was at was that night that Lamar went crazy against the Colts. You know the game. 37-43, 442, 4 touchdowns, another 62 on the ground. That's the last NFL. So I just wanted to leave it at that point. So when I'm in the building, Lamar Jackson averages 442 yards, passing yards per game.
So is that's your dream, like going to a Falcons Ravens game? That's the Lawrence Jackson Bowl right there.
Yeah, if it's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm good. I think they play each other this year too.
Who are obviously you love Lamar. Who and everyone likes Mark Andrews. Where are you at on the pass catchers? Because it's kind of a jumbled up mess there. Do you have a favorite of those wide receivers?
I would say the favorite for me would actually be Zay Flowers. More for especially, once you get acclimated, I'm talking second half of the season, getting into the fantasy playoffs. I just think it's going to be tough because as a collective group, they're going to be extremely good for Lamar. This is going to be extremely good for him from a football standpoint, but picking and they all go around the same ADP in fantasy, so it's gonna be tough. If you could get you hope, like your hope is that you pick the right one at that similar ADP.
I'm with you. I like Bateman and Flowers, but because of the Bateman just spook stuff, I've started to take Flowers ahead of him now.
Yeah.
I like that call. All right, stack that hat up. Lawrence, can you put on 7 hats before your next pick, or you're going to have to draft Marcus Mariota as your
The
fourth
last
pick?
thing I want to do is draft Marcus Mariota. So give me 10 seconds.
I got you. You got 10 seconds. Here we go. Nice prompt here. I think is Matthew in the chat tonight? Yeah, I believe this is a Matthew prompt here. Stack that hat up. At first I wasn't sure if Lawrence was going to say the last thing I want to do is put 7 hats on, but he said the last thing I want to do is draft Marcus Mariota. So I love this. This is going to be a little bit of a balancing act, I guess. It depends on how malleable your hats are. Let's see what we got working here. So have you successfully grabbed 7 hats?
All right. So we're back in action, right?
Yeah.
So I have one on already. This is an Atlanta Hawks hat. Right here, we got the 1996 Atlanta Olympic hat right here, right? So I'm gonna throw that on, right? And then we just got Braves hats going all around. Hold on. I'm gonna put them this way. I'm gonna put them facing the front, right?
Yeah, you got to alternate. Yeah. Oh, there
So
you
we
go.
got that there.
3.
We
Hawks
got 4.
hat. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We Atlanta through and through right here, man.
Another old school Atlanta.
Where we at? 5?
That's 5. Back to the Braves. Or no, Alabama.
Nah. This is Braves.
Oh, that threw me off. Okay.
This is Braves. It's just the color.
Braves. All right.
You know what? I was actually born in Los Angeles, right? So we got a little love right there. We got a little love right there. I will not draft Marcus Mariota in nothing.
that is a great visual right there. You crushed that prompt. You are not going to have to draft.
Let's go. No, sir. That will not be my 4th quarterback on this team.
It is not. You get to pick whoever you want now. Incredible job with the hats. This is your 16th round pick. Like we mentioned, you have 4 running backs, 4 wide receivers, 4 tight ends, in a very unsymmetrical 3 quarterback build here. Jared Goff, one of the biggest slides I've ever seen in a draft. Jared Goff sliding 60 spots in this draft. Who do you want to pick?
You know what? I like Goff in that explosive offense. 33 touchdowns. Let's go with Jared Goff there, man. I was thinking about him or Kyler Murray, but I want to switch up the style real quick and let's go with Jared Goff. I'm a fan.
I like it. Is Jameson Williams going to be good?
Yeah.
All right. That's what I like. That's all I need. I just need one word. Toxic fans. You recently put out a great video on Twitter looking at toxic fans. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend like I'm an analyst saying something bad about the Niners. And I want to get your impersonation of a toxic Niners fan replying to me. So, I'll be my best like pundit, and I'll be like, the Niners, if you have 3 quarterbacks, you really have no quarterbacks. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. Trey Lance, been a total bust. Sam Darnold, washed out. I don't like this team. I think they need to invest in a real quarterback. I don't see how they're ever going to get past the Eagles in this tough NFC.
Well, how do you expect anything out of Trey Lance? He hasn't gotten a chance to prove anything yet. He's been hurt. You see what the team did. We went to the NFC Championship. We would have been in the Super Bowl, but we was down a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We had to put Christian McCaffrey at quarterback and had him throw a pass. So I don't know what you're saying. Sam Darnold was a top 3 overall pick. So you just completely negating that. You're hating. And look at what Brock Purdy did. And he's a 7th round pick. He's Mr. Irrelevant. He went undefeated all the way up until the NFC Championship. I think you have 3 good quarterbacks who could come in here and just, if Jimmy G could do it, anybody could do it in this Shanahan style offense.
That was good. I feel like they would have also called me, like a pasty white boy with ghostly white skin also in that tweet, and really just attacked my family and everything I stood for.
They would have called you that even if they too were a pasty white boy. they still would have called you that too. Then they'd been like, You pasty ass white boy.
You nailed that. We're gonna pick whoever we want, and then I want to hear one more of your stories about dealing with internet trolls here. What position do you want me to look at? Because you are completely balanced. 16 players, 4 from each position.
Well, I feel like we solid at running back, so we'll go receiver here.
Yeah.
And
John Mechie, Wanda.
we'll go for some upside here. Now, although I do like Hunter Renfrow as a player, not sure how it's working out as with Jimmy G there, if he's even gonna beat a quarterback. So scroll up just a little bit. I like what Wan'Dale Robinson did before he got hurt. Give me him. One of them receivers got to do something, and I'm betting on it being him.
I love it. I've been targeting Wan'Dale. He's my favorite of the Giants wide receivers. People are a little spooked about the injury, but I just think he's the most talented of those wide receivers there. What I do want to know, because you made that video about the toxic fan bases, another video Lawrence put out that you guys need to check out on his Twitter. What I assume your mentions, you get flooded with these various fan bases. How do you deal with all the random fan base trolls on Twitter?
I don't care. I don't know.
Do you mute? Do you block?
No, I don't block. I don't have anybody blocked. Actually, I don't have anybody blocked because you gonna see everything I do good. I want you to see and know, and I wanted to hurt your feelings if you mad.
Do you mute?
I do be muting people, but it's people that I've never even. They just might be popping up on my timeline for no reason. I'm like, I don't want to see this shit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, some of them 49er fans was like, you know what, man? You right. But then there was a couple other 49er fans was like, you know what? You right. But what the hell is up with your hat? Mind you, because I had like a bucket hat on in the video. I'm like, mind you, now if you're going to talk about my hat, you got to have a picture of yourself in your profile picture. And of course, that person did not. You know what I'm saying? So, little stuff here and there, Giants fans think that Daniel Jones is Joe Montana after he threw for 15 touchdowns. So, all fans, I love I love how emotionally vested people are in their teams, because if they weren't, then we wouldn't be having no jobs out here.
Dude, I love that. I've thought about that sometimes, how fun the internet would be if it's like you get to say whatever you want to us who make content on Twitter, but you have to record it as a video message of yourself saying it. You send the video in, and then we get to make fun of you with your video message.
Because that's hard to do. And plus, and I don't know, man, like people might be thinking like I'm just some other fantasy dude. Like, I don't pay attention because I know, like, most of these dudes, I probably slap the shit out of them in real life if I see them. So, I don't let that stuff bother me, man.
I love it. Final prompt, Lawrence Jackson crushing the randomizer. Speaking of short form content, the king of short form, we're going to go to the chat for a suggestion. This is a little bit of improv here. The chat is going to give us a player, a news story, a fantasy battle, and Lawrence, on the fly, because he's such a pro, is going to cut us a 60-second short form video. I'll even send you the footage after this, Lawrence, if you want to put it on it. So we're going to throw this on the chat. Let's see. What do you want Lawrence to make some content about right now? We'll get some suggestions from the chat. While these are coming in, Lawrence, what is your process here for recording? Do you script stuff? Are you improvise? How do you roll?
Yeah, so sometimes I script it. Sometimes we just go along. All this research and stuff we do, man. A lot of these numbers and such, they become embedded in our head, right? So then you just kind of add that. I add that with just my regular personality and being, and I just be, ready to go like that, and I'll cut it up so you could get, the effects and the emotion, because I want people to feel like we talking how we are right now on my short form videos.
All right, this is what we're gonna do, because I know you are gonna crush this prompt. I'm gonna make sure we get the pick in first, and then we're gonna cut this prompt. I really like this one. I want to give you a head start to start thinking about this. My guy Phil, randomizer producer here, he wants you to do a short form video in a world where Saquon Barkley just got traded to the Atlanta Falcons, which would be insane. So think about that for a second. But first, you get to make your final pick in the randomizer, and then we're going to watch you cut this promo here. So you got a 4-4-5-4 build. What position would you like to look at here for the end of this draft?
Well, of course, tight end.
Tight
Of
end. You
course,
got to get
tight
that
end.
fifth tight end, baby.
All right, so here we go. Oh man, look, give me Isaiah Likely. Give me Isaiah Likely. Give me Isaiah Likely.
If Lamar's throwing him the ball, right? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Okay. All right, here we go. So this is imagine. So I'm Adam Schefter. Breaking news here. We just got word that the Giants have been scared about the Barkley holdout, and they are trading him to the Atlanta Falcons. Arthur Smith collecting running backs like they're Pokemon out here. We're going to Lawrence Jackson live on location to break down what just happened.
Well, first off, Pete, this is great for the Atlanta Falcons from a pure football perspective. Now you have two dynamic running backs in Bijan Robinson and Saquon Barkley. You know what? They could put Tyler Algier at fullback and run the damn wishbone like they used to do in the 80s and the 90s. We could roll with that like that there. Now, from a fantasy perspective, speaking of Tyler Algier, you know he ran 4,000 yards last year. Yeah, pretty much act like that never happened. So what you're gonna have here, Pete, is two running backs that you could line both of them up in the slot. You know what I'm saying? We know the Falcons don't have depth at wide receiver outside of Drake London, so this makes a ton of sense for a team that was third in the league in rushing. So you're essentially gonna use your running backs as running backs, and you're gonna use your running backs as wide receiver again. So Desmond Ridder, he gets another weapon in Saquon. The Giants will now suffer and win 3 games this season because they just lost their Patrick Mahomes. And that's how that's going to go.
Incredible. I do have some bad news. So I put Isaiah Likely in the queue because that's who you wanted. I was going to let it run down. On Underdog, you can set positional limits. I have it set to where I'm not able to draft more than 4 tight ends, which means
and one of them is Felipe Franks.
And one of them, there should be an override. If one of your tight ends is Felipe Franks, you are allowed to draft another. Instead, it gave me the best available running back, which was Tajay Spears. So I do apologize. We did not get Isaiah Likely.
Get that knee right, Tajay. Get that knee right, baby.
Right. All right.
Get that knee
Lawrence
right.
Jackson, 18 rounds in the book. I'm going to read this final team. I want to get your thoughts. You absolutely crushed this draft. Look at how symmetrical this build is. A 4-5-5-4 build. The 4 quarterbacks, Trevor Lawrence, Anthony Richardson, Trace McSorley, because this dude is not saying anything bad about Lamar Jackson on Twitter, and Jared Goff. The running backs. I mean, this running back room is loaded. Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, who's now Saquon Barkley's backup, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, and Tajay, I'm supposed to be Isaiah Likely Spears. Our wide receivers, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, that double stack with Anthony Richardson and Wan'Dale Robinson. Tight ends, Felipe, family friend of Lawrence Jackson, Franks, David Njoku, Logan Matthew Berry's too big to answer his phone at dinner, Thomas, and Cole Kmet. You crushed this draft, Lawrence.
Hey, you know what? Once Kamara have like 100-yard game, I'm going to trade him off. You know what I'm saying? Get a little deeper at a receiver, and we'll be good to go.
I got to give a shout out to the chat tonight because, we had our hands full doing this draft. We saw some crazy picks in there. Nick took Josh Gordon, Tom Brady, Antonio Brown. We had John run here, LaVisca, Sky Moore, Ronald Jones for Kerrane. So shout out to everyone, putting their best foot forward in this draft.
Yeah, man. Definitely. In the comments was jumping, man. Definitely was a good time, man. This funny, man. They were funny.
You are an incredible sport. I mean, the randomizer requires people to roll with the punches, think on their feet, and you do it effortlessly. I love following your stuff on Twitter. I love that you gave us a Matthew Berry chicken wing story tonight. Where else can the people find you? Obviously, Twitter. What do you got going on over at Big Peacock?
Yeah, definitely. So definitely get at me on all the social medias at Lord Don't Lose. Right now at the job, we're in the process of editing the Roto World Draft Guide. That's me, Denny, Roto Pat, Kyle Dvorak, and the rest of us, man. And then you know, we're also doing our fantasy previews right now. We got one team coming every single day until all 32 are done, man. And other than that, man, you know, we just stay tuned for the season, man. We got big news coming up because we got a lot of good players who still ain't on teams yet. So stay on the lookout for that.
We will keep an eye out for that. Make sure you're following Lawrence on Twitter. The chat loved the performance tonight. Looking forward to seeing what else you're cooking up the rest of the offseason. Really appreciate Lawrence Jackson. I will announce I did book a guest a week in advance. We're going to have Jason Moore from the Fantasy Footballers on the show. I've had Andy. I've had Mike. And now I'm going to complete the Fantasy Footballers trilogy next week with Jason. But Lawrence, thank you again, man. You are so good at this show. Most people get frazzled. Most people are not game for everything. And you just absolutely rolled with the punches. So thank you, Lawrence.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. And if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby.
There you go. Draft Kyle Pitts and Lamar Jackson in 2023. I'm Pete. That's Lawrence. Let's go.